What's up, folks? Sean the Average Angler coming back at you with another great video. Today we're going to talk about something that's been on my mind a little bit. So I thought I'd share it with you because I think it's really good information to help you better understand your home lake or maybe some lakes that you go to. In turn, it will help you be more successful in catching fish. I have an example, and it's actually more than an example because this is actually going on. Now, with the California droughts of past, the water got low and the fish did what they did to adjust. Now, they had to adjust for many reasons, but one, water was too low for the creeks. So bait fish or other fish that were prey in the lake no longer were able to migrate into the creeks because the water was too low, so they couldn't go into the creeks and spawn. So what this led to was actually at a time there was some chatter that, hey, these fish are almost extinct, not the bass, the bait fish. We're not seeing them. Well, they adjusted as well and found another way to reproduce and survive through the time. So what ended up happening during that time is techniques changed on how we caught the fish. Now, it took me a little while to realize what was going on because some techniques that I had figured out during this time have not been very good since. We've had the high water, which really changed things, right? When you have low water, grass, brush, trees, tules, buggy whips, whatever it is you have will tend to grow further out into the lake. And when we have high water years where that water is back up again, now we have all this cover in the lake. And in lakes like Clear Lake, for example, a lot of these areas, we're not able to get back into those because all the growth, right? There's trees, there's tules, all that stuff grew out further. So what it's done is create a habitat for the bass and a sanctuary. It's not a bad thing. It's actually a good thing because it protects them, helps them reproduce, and in turn, they have much better spawns. The other thing it's doing is it's got those fish migrating back into the creeks and spawning, and then giving them lots of areas to hide out in and grow and increase their populations. So, what has happened? Well, we have seen the resurgence of the glide bait. And it isn't just a little resurgence. The glide bait at Clear Lake has become almost, I said, a year-round bait. And last year, it worked way into the summer, again in the fall. The swim bait, the shad have grown up, so the offshore ping and the minnow, the A-rig, other swim baits, and right now this 5-inch, there's a lot of 5 and 6-inch shad in the system. Okay, keep it in mind. But what it's also done is a lot of those areas have become very difficult to fish the way we used to. So sometimes that's the circumstance, right? Flipping now, you might have 8 foot on the outer surface, and those fish, due to pressure, will move further back in to where we can't get to them. So the fish that are out, we have to adjust in order to catch them. You really just need to kind of pay attention to the forage in the lake and what's available and adjust accordingly. Now, this can be different things in different parts of the lake, right? Like at Clear Lake up north, you have all the creek mouths. It's shallower. You have a lot of tules that come way out. These are the areas that the fish can get way back in. Now, if you're down in Rattlesnake or Redbud Arm or the Narrows, you're talking about a different situation, different lake, right? Also, possibly a different forage. They could be feeding more on shad and not messing with hitch. There could be crawdad eaters as well. catfish, carp, the blackfish. There's lots of food sources for the fish in Clear Lake. It's why it's so healthy. But you need to pay attention to what's going on and adjust accordingly in order to be successful. Look, Clear Lake's probably one of the best lakes in the country. However, saying that, it's also not the easiest lake to go and figure out. If you're not paying attention, you don't do a little research and know the migration patterns and things of the fish. Not saying you can't go there and catch some fish, you can, by all means. Healthy population. What I am saying is that to optimize your bite, learn about your water, learn about your home water, pay attention to if you guys have fluctuations. Maybe a lot of places don't have fluctuations in water levels like California does. But we've had 3 to 4 solid years of high water now, and all of these lakes are producing big bags of fish. It's good for the system. It's good for the bait. We just need to adjust. I'm Sean, the Average Angler. Hope that helped you out. Do a little research on your home body and adjust accordingly. Sean, the Average Angler. We'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.